6 days at Disney World, 4 parks, 1 water park, and a mission to stay gluten and dairy free without missing the magic. In this video, we're starting the journey from the splash of Typhoon Lagoon to snack strategies at Animal Kingdom and a stressful buffet at Cape May Café that was turned into a chef's table surprise. Along the way, I'll show you what's actually safe and what I'd skip. Welcome to my Disney gluten-free, dairy-free adventure. Hey, it's Jess. Thanks for wandering with me again. I'm going to help you find gluten-free and dairy-free food on the go so you can travel confidently. Is this gluten-free? Since we were checking into our Disney resort later in the day, we got to take advantage of one of Disney's new little perks: free admission to the water parks on your check-in day. As you can see, we decided to spend a few hours at Typhoon Lagoon, a fun way to kick off the trip without using up a park ticket. I couldn't suggest a better way to start off your Disney trip and unwind from traveling into Orlando than walking through the entrance and taking in these tropical vibes. The lazy river was calling my name, but instead I headed straight for the quick service location, the Leaning Palms, because I was so hungry. And I already had my eye on something: the gluten-free and dairy-free chicken and shrimp rice bowl. As always, I confirmed the ingredients, asked about the separate prep, and double-checked any sauces. For me, those extra steps make all the difference in keeping a Disney trip safe and stress-free.
The gluten updating also here. Let me see, mommy. Right here, my love. You can take both.
I'm going to do the chicken and the shrimp bowl.
Chicken and shrimp rice bowl. Gluten and
The bowl had rice with pigeon peas, roasted corn, peppers, sweet plantains, and green onions. It's simple, filling, and was easy to verify with the cast members. This bowl was delicious and flavorful. Every part of the ingredients melded together perfectly. This is definitely something I am going to have again. This little stand caught my eye as we were walking around the park. It is a great spot for you to find little snacks like fruit cups. Here's a quick look at our room for the week. One of the most important features for me is the little kitchen area. Having a fridge and extra storage means I can keep plenty of gluten-free and dairy-free snacks, plus drinks on hand. It makes mornings easier, helps between meals, and keeps me fueled for long Disney park days. The last time we ate here, I ordered the gluten-free, dairy-free pizza. It unfortunately came out raw, and we had to bring it to the manager's attention. They reimbursed me, but it wasn't an ideal dinner situation. This visit, I requested that the pizza be cooked longer and had less cheese on it. Plot twist, the chef came out to me a short while later to tell me their dairy-free cheese order never arrived, so this was strike 2 for the pizza here. He did help me reorder something new, and I chose the gluten-free, dairy-free Italian ham and cheese panini. The chef brought it out himself, and I was shocked that he actually gave me 2 plus a vegan chocolate dessert and a David's gluten-free, dairy-free cookie to make up for the inconvenience. The panini was not my favorite because the cheese didn't totally melt, which he warned me about. However, I was very hungry by that point, and it did have some nice flavor. This was a true example of Disney's great service recovery. I'm giving a huge shout out to the chef for making sure I was safe, working with me personally, and communicating with me during the process. On my next trip, I may give the pizza a third try. What do you think? Would you give it one last try?
Good morning. It's me, Jess. We're struggling to get our stuff together this morning. It's super early, earlier than we have been getting up to do our adventures or have our adventures than normal. But we're excited to share with you today. We're someplace we haven't been in a while, actually, and we're very excited about it. I will be sharing with you how I'm going to snack today, gluten-free, dairy-free, and might find some things in the park. Hint, hint. Of what I might eat today. So here we go. Let's have some fun today. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Here we are. Animal Kingdom. We're so excited. We have not been to Animal Kingdom in a while, and we're actually here with family. And we get to show them around Animal Kingdom and have some tons of fun today. Woohoo! Here we go.
One of the most unique allergy-friendly finds in all of Walt Disney World is right here at the Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom. This is a spot where you can order gluten-free churros. But here's what I have to share my experience honestly. One visit years ago, I got very sick right after eating them. Despite confirming gluten-free with the staff, the cast members were adamant that they gave me the right batch. However, my reaction said otherwise. Since then, I've had the gluten-free churros here a few times and thankfully did not get sick again. I believe the difference was how diligent I was when ordering, making it crystal clear to the cast members that I needed the gluten-free version. So while I do recommend trying them, my tip is this: be very clear when you place your order, double check, ask follow-up questions, and don't be afraid to confirm with a manager if you need to. It's worth the extra step for peace of mind. Now, since we hadn't been to Animal Kingdom in a while, I came prepared. In my bag, I packed my cookie from dinner last night, oranges, beef sticks, protein bars, and electrolyte packets. So here we are waiting in line for Pandora. We've been in line for an hour. I'm hungry. I also need to take some medication. So I packed in my backpack this cookie from last night at dinner. Nut-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. So I'll have that while we're waiting in the rest of our line. For lunch, we did a quick service mobile order at the Flame Tree Barbecue. I usually am not able to do that with 2 allergy requests, but in this case, the meal was the same on the gluten-free and dairy-free menus. Since we were having a big dinner, we decided to share the gluten-free, dairy-free sampler. It had ribs, chicken, and pulled pork. Portions were generous, and sharing worked great.
All right, so all done, finished up. This was definitely enough food for 2 people to share. So we made this an afternoon snack for us to share. And of course, music starts playing behind me as I start recording this. But so the ribs were so good. We put some of the gluten-free barbecue, the Ken's barbecue brand on that, and they were really good. The pulled pork was also very tasty and flavorful. The chicken was a little small to share, but that also tasted good. And the baked beans are really good. And I'm excited about the baked beans being gluten-free because, as we know, as a celiac, they're not always gluten-free. So baked beans were really good. So the difference between this meal and one that is gluten, which the rest of our party got that, it had coleslaw in it. So this is all dairy-free, but the gluten option was the coleslaw. So we weren't sure at first, but we realized they replaced my coleslaw with a cutie. So I still got this as an option, which is really cool. So yeah, this was a positive experience. The tray is a mess in true barbecue style. It was so good and enough to share.
We realized we had a lot in common. We started this group, the Eucharistus. Now it's time for another song. Yeah, I know. Hey, see if you can figure out what the song is. What you do, go ahead and holler it out. Come on, man, give me a hint.
Okay, yeah.
Buffets can be stressful with allergies. The Cape May Café gives a menu that lists everything, but it contains all allergens, which means you have to filter through the list carefully. I was told that the chef would be delayed getting to my table because there were 3 allergy parties ahead of me. I did not anticipate how long the chef would actually take. So I decided while I waited, I'd get out my pen and start marking what I wanted so I was prepared when the chef made it to my table. Just after I spoke to the chef and put my order in, the rest of my party sat down with their first course. At most Disney buffets, the allergy food comes fresh from the back to avoid cross-contamination. So I couldn't be too mad at how long it took. Plus, once my food arrived, I was really appreciative of the presentation and the extra effort the chef put into each course for me. For round 1, I was given warm bread, shrimp cocktail, and a strawberry almond salad. I dove into my second course, a seafood bowl, so fast I forgot to film. Oops! For my third course, I had a platter with pork, beef, and chicken, and another dish with salmon, rice, and green beans. I was so hungry and ate so fast that I don't even know if I tasted anything. The chef went all out for me. Gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate chip cookies and brownies with powdered sugar, chocolate drizzle, and strawberries. The chef shared with me that he doesn't usually get to plate food because of the buffet, so he was able to have some fun and be creative with mine. Was the long wait worth it? I'm not too sure. The food and service were excellent, but the timing was tough. If you decide to eat at this buffet, make sure you book your dinner reservation early. Make sure you note your allergies on the reservation, and then check in asking for a chef as soon as possible. Welcome to day 3 of our Disney trip. Today we're off to Hollywood Studios. We got to the park early to hit a few of the bigger rides, then spent the day enjoying shows, snacking in the sun, and wrapping it up with an early dinner at one of Disney's most unique restaurants. During the Indiana Jones stunt show, I was able to rest my feet, cool down a bit, and snack on some of the gluten-free, dairy-free crackers and carrots that I had packed in my backpack. Having safe snacks on hand is always a lifesaver between meals. By mid-morning, the Florida heat was no joke, so I grabbed a Minute Maid soft frozen strawberry lemonade. This is a great gluten-free, dairy-free treat and a perfect way to cool down. Definitely don't have to wait too long on a hot day like this for it to melt enough to eat. I can never finish these though. Can you? For dinner, we had a reservation at the 50s Primetime Café, one of the most unique restaurants at Disney. You're seated in a retro 1950s kitchen, and the servers treat you like family, with a lot of playful fun mixed in. Words of advice though, keep your elbows off the table and eat all of your vegetables. Our waitress was hilarious, but she also took my allergies very seriously. I ordered Mom's old-fashioned pot roast. It wasn't listed as both gluten-free and dairy-free, but I have eaten this here before and I know the chefs will adapt it by leaving off the gravy. The pot roast was tender, flavorful, and truly hit the spot. Classic comfort food that made my heart so happy. The mashed potatoes and veggie sides were just as good. Our waitress even went above and beyond to help me answer a long-time Disney question. What's the deal with the straws? Most paper straws at Disney are not gluten-free. The exception are the ones with the green stripes, like the straw I used with my gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate milkshake, which the bartender confirmed as safe, and the agave straws at Joffrey's. That said, I still usually travel with my own reusable metal straw just to be safe and avoid any cross-contamination. Overall, the 50s Primetime Café delivered both laughs and safe, hearty food. This restaurant is one-of-a-kind Disney dining experience, and I'd happily come back for that pot roast again. Hi, it's me, Jess. Should we find out if it's gluten-free at EPCOT again? We are back. We're back to EPCOT. We're not participating in a festival today, but we're here.
let's see what I can find to eat today to share with you. I'll also share what I have in my backpack. It's pretty heavy. I definitely brought a lot of my own snacks this trip. We had groceries delivered to our resort where I am able to pack my backpack every day with some snacks. So one, we're saving money, and two, I don't have to go searching for food or eating junk that I don't like. I can pack some healthier things too. So here we are, back at EPCOT.
We used our early entry and grabbed a spot in line for the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. The wait was over an hour, so I dug into some safe snacks I packed. This morning, it was oranges and a granola bar. Have you noticed I don't eat breakfast in the parks? I am usually drinking my coffee and eating out of my snack bag. As I've mentioned earlier in this video, keeping a stash of gluten-free, dairy-free snacks with me makes these long waits so much easier. The Florida heat was blazing at this point of the day already, and we were building up an appetite, but didn't want to eat too much because we had a dinner reservation. So for lunch, we stopped at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse and the American Adventure Pavilion. I ordered the gluten-free, dairy-free kids chicken nuggets with fries and a side of baked beans. What I love about this spot is that all the sauces are not only gluten-free, but also vegan. And if you've heard me say it before, you already know I am a dip girl. And there's plenty of safe flavor to add to my meal here. This meal wasn't much to brag about, but I can say that the chicken was cooked perfectly and the fries and beans tasted as you'd expect them to, and it certainly hit the spot. EPCOT is always fun for allergy-friendly snack hunting, and the Japan Pavilion is one of my favorite stops. They have a huge selection of gluten-free gummy candies. Here is an example of 11 or 12 different flavors all lined up. I decided to grab a variety pack and stepped outside to taste test a few.
I like it. Should I try another?
No, because I captioned it another picture.
I don't know what this one is. Scada. Not bad. All right, one more. That's a break. My favorite.
Most of these were delicious, but one flavor totally stumped me. I couldn't figure out what it was, but it still tasted good. That evening, we had dinner in the Germany Pavilion at the Biergarten, which is a themed buffet with lively entertainment and lots of classic German dishes. I had eaten here before and had a good experience, so I was excited to come back. But this time, I ran into the same problem I had at the Cape May Café, needing to wait for separate plates from the back to avoid contamination. Unlike Cape May, where they served the food in courses, Biergarten brought everything out at once. My table was completely jammed with plates. Some of the food sat and of course got cold, and I honestly wasn't even sure what each dish was. I didn't get much video here because honestly I didn't have enough room, but you can see just how crowded the table was. Even with the buffet frustrations, EPCOT delivered some great allergy-friendly meals and fun snack finds. It's always one of the easiest parks for gluten-free and dairy-free dining for me. Next time, I'll probably skip the buffets, but I'll definitely be back for the snacks. Day 5 of our Disney trip was a no-park day where we took the time to rest. We spent the morning relaxing at the Port Orleans Resort, then wrapped up with a quiet evening back at our own resort, Saratoga Springs. Our first stop of the day was my personal request, Scat Cat's Café at Port Orleans for their famous gluten-free, dairy-free beignets. These were absolutely amazing. Light, airy, covered in powdered sugar, and served with a rich chocolate dipping sauce. I had every intention when I placed my order that I would only eat just one. Oh my gosh, they were amazing. And you couldn't tell by my first bites, but they were hot. They came out really warm. I anticipated taking 2 of them back to our resort with me and only eating one. I ate all 3, guys. All 3. I can honestly say this would be a repeat snack. So good. Side of water, side of coffee, 3 gluten-free, dairy-free beignets, even with chocolate sauce. Highly recommend it. Later on, when we returned back to our resort, Saratoga Springs, we hung out by the pool while we did some of our laundry. I brought my own safe snacks, crackers, pepperoni, oranges, and some of our favorite seltzers, all from a Walmart delivery that we had gotten earlier in the trip. For dinner that night, we made a last-minute reservation at the Turf Club Bar and Grill, just behind the Artist Palette at Saratoga Springs. I started with the gluten-free and dairy-free rolls. These are Disney's classic, allergy-friendly dinner rolls that you get at most restaurants. We shared the sweet and spicy Brussels sprouts, made safe for me with gluten-free onion rings cooked in a designated fryer. These were crunchy with the perfect sweet and spicy balance from the agave glaze and the onions. For my entree, I ordered the grilled pork chops with fries. also from a dedicated fryer, plus some root vegetables and a sherry vinaigrette dipping sauce. The pork was flavorful, tender, and quite filling. And yes, I even saved room for dessert. I ordered the seasonal fruit cobbler with a cinnamon streusel topping and plant-based vanilla gelato. I did take it back to the room to enjoy later, though. It was the perfect sweet ending to our day. It's day 6, and we're rested and back to EPCOT. We started this day in the Land Pavilion. I stopped at Sunshine Seasons. By this point in the trip, I was a little tired of my usual snacks, and so these sweet treats were calling my name. Honestly, who doesn't love a good, sweet Lauren's treat? I grabbed the gluten-free, dairy-free brownie, which paired perfectly with my coffee while we waited in line for Soren. Another fun perk of being an annual pass holder is the temporary lounges. This one was located in Morocco. These lounges are great for hot days, the chance to rest, to grab drinks, and even safe snacks if you ask. Cast members usually keep them stored separately. I was actually given the barbecue pop chips and surf sweets fruit snacks. Here we are in the annual pass holders lounge in Morocco. They had snacks available, but I requested gluten-free, and this is what they gave me. Very cool. We're gonna try some mint tea. Some Moroccan mint tea. It is warm. So this used to be the Moroccan restaurant that they're now using as an annual pass holder lounge, temporarily. It's tea. It's mint tea. It's good. I like mint tea. So the question is, are these dairy-free? And let's do a little research here. Not sure if they're dairy-free, but these certainly will be. Not seeing anything on here to indicate that these have dairy, so we're gonna try it. Maybe. Oh boy. There we go. Barbecue pop chips. They're good. If you're a pop chips fan, these are good. Barbecue. This is a mango coconut shake with a pineapple drizzle on top, and we're told that this is vegan. Looks good, we'll see. So this is just the American Classic burger with lettuce, tomato, pickles, gluten-free roll. In order to make it dairy-free, we just made sure not to have the cheese on it. They did not offer plant-based cheese at this location. We're at Connections Eatery. The French fries are safe, they're gluten-free, dairy-free, and in a designated fryer. And they're good. Very yummy. Alright, let's try this big boy. Tastes like a burger. The roll is actually pretty good, it's not falling apart. It's good. This will do. All right, all done with the burger. The burger was fine, nothing to brag about, but the roll was really good. I feel like the roll had more of a tapioca base. It was good. It stayed together through the whole sandwich. The burger was super thick, so for the roll to stay together, that's pretty impressive. But I'm extremely full. I'm gonna try this shake. Let's see. I am doing it with the lid off, no straw, so that we don't contaminate each other. Here we go. Nah. Nope. No, that one is not for me. It's very tart and super sweet. Lots of mango though. Yeah, that one was not for me. All right, well, another successful meal. I'm feeling pretty good. They're gonna have to roll me out of EPCOT today for the amount of food that I've been eating today. So yeah, we'll see. Dinner that night was at the Coral Reef restaurant, and this was my first time eating here. I'd heard mixed reviews, but more recently the vloggers have said it's improved. The atmosphere surprised me. I didn't realize the dining room sits right alongside the aquarium inside the sea base. I found the water and shades of blue so calming. I love when restaurants have a dedicated allergy menu. It makes me feel so much safer because it shows they take it seriously. I started with the Disney's classic gluten-free, dairy-free dinner rolls. I was so excited for my entree. I ordered the seafood boil. I don't know why, but I always feel like a big kid when I get to order something off the menu that's naturally gluten and dairy-free, just like everybody else. This boil hit the spot. Everything was cooked perfectly and full of flavor. Honestly, if this had been at a buffet, I would have gone back for seconds. EPCOT never disappoints when it comes to safe eats. From grabbing a sweet treat at Sunshine Seasons to cooling off in the Passholder lounge with allergy-friendly snacks to a no-frills burger at Connections Café, and finally ending the night with a standout seafood boil at Coral Reef. It was a full day of flavor, fun, and plenty of options for gluten-free and dairy-free dining. EPCOT continues to be one of my favorite parks for finding safe snacks and meals all around World Showcase. It's our last day of our Disney trip, and we decided to spend it at Magic Kingdom, celebrating the 4th of July weekend and my birthday. For lunch, we went to Pico's Bill's, one of my favorite quick service spots in Magic Kingdom. I always order the gluten-free, dairy-free chicken rice bowl. This time, the manager personally placed my allergy-friendly order and even used it as a teaching moment for new cast members. She thanked me for giving them the opportunity to learn how to place an order like mine, which was such a cool interaction. A little loud in here. I hope you can hear me okay, but here we are at Pico's Bill's in Magic Kingdom. This is a go-to for us because we love this kind of food and because I can get a really hearty lunch for gluten-free and dairy-free as I just showed you. So this is the rice bowl with chicken. It's got some corn salsa, some beans, and some sauce on it. So good. I've had this several times. It's very filling too with the rice and the beans and such too. So we're eating a little earlier today because we have a dinner reservation tonight. So cheers. Here's to Pico's Bell. Yum yum. Always a great option. Like the rest of the trip, that afternoon it became extremely hot. So of course, I had to have one of my Magic Kingdom must-haves, the Dole Whip float with pineapple and vanilla. It is gluten-free and dairy-free, refreshing, and honestly always a highlight of my visits here. One of my favorite treats, we all know if we know. Dole Whip pineapple float. Dairy-free, gluten-free, perfect on a hot day like today. For my birthday dinner, we had a reservation at the Diamond Horseshoe. This is a family-style restaurant, but since I have allergies, I was given my own safe portions. The meal was hearty and filling, classic comfort food. The meal itself here is nearly identical to the Liberty Tree Tavern, so if you've eaten there, you'll know what to expect. For dessert, I was surprised with a Johnny Appleseed's warm apple cake, complete with a candle and the whole happy birthday song. Such a sweet Disney touch. It was the perfect way to end my birthday at Magic Kingdom and Disney. And just like that, our Disney trip came to a close. From our first day splashing at Typhoon Lagoon to sweet treats at Port Orleans, comfort foods at 50's Primetime Café, allergy-friendly snacks at EPCOT, relaxing resort days, and ending with my birthday dinner at Magic Kingdom. It was a week full of safe eats, magical moments, and so many memories. Traveling as a celiac and dairy allergies isn't always easy, but Disney continues to make it possible with options, service recovery, and incredible cast members who care. Thanks for wandering with me through all 7 days of this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss where we head next.